Hey guys, this is Evan with Summers Wellness. A little early for my normal scope. I will be back on at 6:30. But I had to pop in with this one. I'm really I've got my own theories as to what's going on, and I've made those I've made those kind of clear in some blabs and some other scopes. This is kind of getting ridiculous now. I'm not going to claim any type of a conspiracy because that's completely off the
Things
beaten
are
path.
going to start happening to me now.
And again, I didn't turn off my I didn't turn off my volume. Let me do that real quick. Marcy, Glenn Frey is the founder of the Eagles. All right, my volume is now off. So as Leslie sends me messages, or if any of you guys send me a text, we won't hear it. Glenn Frey is the founding member of the Eagles. Most of you guys probably know. If you don't know directly, especially some of the younger viewers don't know the Eagles directly, you're very familiar with their music. They've been around since the 60s, popularity throughout the 70s, 67 years old. It's just being over the age of 65, and I know it's not unusual for people to pass away between the ages of 65 to 70. What's getting me is the fact that we are losing so many celebrities, and I'm not the type of person who has ever idolized celebrities, but we're talking now about a group of people that were such a big part of my childhood. As you guys know, I'm 49. Jennifer is 49. The people that we're losing are people that were popular during my formative years. These are celebrities. These are artists, both in film and in music, that helped shape my generation. And as we look back and we try to find a cause or a reason or something that makes sense, this really does kind of fit within the mantra of things that Summers Wellness talks about. It fits in with a lot of the healthier attitude and atmosphere that we're all trying to Marcy, it was complications of rheumatoid arthritis and pneumonia. No, this one wasn't cancer. There were a litany of it was, hold on, I'll give you the answer in a second. I know it was rheumatoid arthritis, pneumonia, and there was, I think, one or two other things that were all kind of tied in together. But all right, so when we look back at just starting in the 50s, the 1950s is what started the processed food movement in this country. We came out of World War II, and after we were done with World War II, the food manufacturers, the companies that were sending food to the troops through World War II, were trying to find a way to keep their profits high. Now, this is completely conjecture on my part. So, understand that this is just me going back in time to when all this started. But this all makes sense, and I don't want to start a conspiracy over this, but I want you guys to start piecing things together. In the 50s, as the food manufacturers realized that they needed to continue to make money after the war effort ended, and they had created, at the military's request, they had created foods that were shelf stable for a long period of time, didn't necessarily have to be refrigerated. Stuff that was refrigerated still could last for years, basically. Canned foods were all over the place. They were the rage. Frozen food was coming out. So here's what happened. Food processing took over. Convenience shopping started to really come to fruition. Instead of going to the grocery store and buying fresh fruits, eggs, TV dinners is exactly where I'm going, Sonia. Instead of going to the grocery store and buying fresh fruits and vegetables and going to the butcher and getting fresh meat and doing all of this every day, you had fathers that worked, you had mothers that stayed home. Remember, we're talking about the 50s. It was a different equality compass. But the wives would take the kids and they would go shopping, they would come home, they would make dinner while dad was out working. So that meant they were hitting all of the stores that they needed for that day's food. There was no real storage at home. Then the refrigerator started hitting people's homes. And with the advent of the refrigerator becoming cost effective, now you're buying food for storage, not for daily use. That led to preservatives, that led to chemical additives, and that started to lead to more and more shelf-stable processing of our foods. This was the 50s. This is when all of these celebrities that are now passing away at the age of 65 to 70, this is the time of year that they were born and raised. So if you go back a generation before that, you didn't have the processed foods. You didn't have the all of the shelf-stable foods that were being ingested. You didn't have all of the preservatives being ingested. My theory, again, strictly conjecture on my part, but it makes sense in my brain, is we are now starting to see the results of that type of social experimentation with our society. We're now starting to see the result of processed food taking over our market. I think it's only going to get worse before it gets better. Those of you that are on a healthier wellness lifestyle, that are eating real food, that are getting away from the processed garbage in the grocery stores, shopping at farmers markets, buying food directly from a farm and understanding where your food is being sourced from, you are doing it right. You are clearing your body of toxins. You are helping your body do the best it can to clear away some of the damage that's been done. Sadly, I wonder how much of it is permanent, but we need to do everything we can to eliminate the toxic overload that we have created for ourselves through the years. We could point a finger and say and look at smoking. We could point a finger and look at drugs. We can point a finger and look at a lot of things, especially in that type of rock and roll lifestyle. But we also have to look at our food system. We have to look at and understand that with these people that are dying in mass between the ages of 65 and 70, they were born and raised during the beginning stages of processed foods. I'm not perfect, guys, and you know this. Those of you that follow me know this. I have lived and been heavy my entire life. I have had issues with food and weight and self-esteem and all of that my entire life. I've made the decision consciously over the last year and a half to make those changes, to change our diet, change our lifestyle, to really take control over what we put in our system. And I feel better today than I have in 10 years, but it scares me now to look at all of these celebrities, all of these high-profile people that in your brain you would think, oh, they've got plenty of money, they can take care of themselves. They're all dropping like flies. January sucks to be a celebrity. It just simply sucks to be a celebrity of that age group this month. Now I'm checking my newsfeed every morning looking for who's the next one. Glenn Frey was a total shock to me. And if you guys were watching Leslie's Scope, Leslie from Go-To Kitchens, guys, if you're not following Leslie, please follow Leslie. Go the number 2 Kitchens is her handle. She will help you immensely with your wellness journey if you're not already following her. Thank you, Marcy. What is so bizarre, she didn't know the news. She had no idea. But the scope that she just did an hour ago was titled Life in the Fast Lane. She had no idea about Glenn Frey. She didn't even talk about Glenn Frey. This was her daily inspirational scope that she just did. But somehow she titled it Life in the Fast Lane. Arguably one of the most popular songs from the Eagles. I was stunned that she had no idea about the news that Glenn Frey had passed away. I sent her a message and let her know, because she also grew up in that same era, that same time frame. This is not an easy week to be my age. from a celebrity death standpoint, it's not an easy week to be my age. It's so funny. It's ludicrous. It really kind of is. But I wanted to share that with you. I just wanted to get that off my chest about just watch what you're eating. It does. It makes you totally look at your life, because it makes me look at my past, and it makes me question the choices that my mother made. And I don't blame her, and I would never blame my parents. We came out of a generation where my mother just never really learned how to cook. So we went out to eat most of the time. We ate a ton of processed food. There were many a days where a can of Chef Boyardee ravioli was a meal. But we didn't know any different. We were still trusting in the fact that the Environmental Protection Agency and the Food and Drug Administration both had the right information, that they were properly taking care of us the way we entrust our government to do. The fact is, we are just now starting to realize how unbearably corrupt these organizations are. And we are now starting, some of us slowly are starting to wake up to the fact that change has to occur. Unfortunately, there's far too many people who are still hitting the snooze button on that alarm and refuse to wake up, but they will wake up eventually. And I hope that the wake up does not come in the form of chronic disease. I hope the wake up does not come in the form of rampant, life-impacting disease. It's not right. You can take action today that can affect the next 20 years of your life. I will have, just jump on Periscope. I can clue you into a half dozen people that can help you change your life today. Marcy is on here. Follow Fit Mouse Marcy. She will help you find people and work on ways that you can help impact your life every single day, that you can make changes to your diet and your lifestyle that will impact you in a positive fashion. Just the right mindset when you wake up in the morning and not dread the day can have a drastic impact on your peace of mind. Just keep those couple of things in the back of your brain as you wake up in the morning and you dread going to your job. Well, if you think you're going to have a bad day, you're going to have a bad day. Just let shit roll off your back. Just pretend you're a duck and it's raining. Because the more you can let go, the happier you're going to be, and you start to change your body's chemistry and you become less toxic. And it makes such a big difference. It allows you to set yourself up for success. If you learn one thing about how to improve your life, just have the right attitude today so you can start making changes tomorrow. That's it. That's the Glenn Frey thing got me. I kind of got on our soapbox. Thank you guys for listening to me. I'll be back on in about 20 minutes with my essential oil scope. We're going to be scoping at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to be talking about the testing processes. Thank you, Marcy. Thank you so much. We're going to talk about testing processes and how you test essential oils. As you can see, they're hanging out over my shoulder, as they always are. We're going to talk about how essential oils are tested, why purity really matters, why you need to trust the companies that you buy essential oils from. And if you don't already follow me, if you don't already know the types of scopes I do, please jump on board with us at 6:30 and watch what we do. How many oils do I own? There are plenty of duplicates back there, Marcy. Remember what I told you earlier when you join with doTERRA? They offer promotions where you can get free oils all the time. So jumping on board and getting rewarded with free oils will fill up a rack like that in no time. We've grown from 1 to 3. And I want to get a 4th just so I can not have the hole in that spot, because I'm all about balance. But yeah, you can get free oils all the time. In fact, we probably have about, I would say we're up to close to $400 worth of credits that we still have yet to cash in. So it's crazy balls, really. But guys, give it like 20 minutes, pop back onto Periscope, tap the little Perry guy down here in the corner and follow me at Summers Wellness so you'll be notified as soon as we go live, so I can start teaching you guys more and more about essential oils. Remember, tomorrow we're going to be unboxing and showing off a brand new diffuser as well. So every day, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. So long, Marcy. See you in a bit. Please tune in here on Periscope and watch us. Thanks, guys. Thanks for letting me rant. I appreciate your time. Have a fantastic evening if I don't see you.